Zoe, what are you up to right now?
Hello, Joanne. I'm working like I usually am during the day.
Oh, how boring. I was planning to have lunch with a friend, and I thought you might be decent enough to give me a little something to cover it.
You want me to pay for your lunch?
Well, yes. I mean, you're always working and making so much money. The least you could do is show a little appreciation to the woman who made your life possible.
I think you've got the wrong idea about how this works. You decided to go out, so you should pay for it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You really think you'd even have that job if it weren't for me? Let me remind you, I allowed you to keep working after marriage. That was me being generous.
Generous? I wasn't aware I needed permission to keep my own career.
Of course you did. A proper wife gives up her job to support her husband, not the other way around. That's what decent women do, but no, you insisted on working. And I, being incredibly understanding, allowed it. You owe me for that.
Joanne, I'm not a high schooler asking to stay out past curfew. I own a company. I don't need your permission to keep it.
Don't get smug with me, Zoe. I've been saying for years that you should step aside and let Ken run that company. It's not right for a woman to be the one in charge while the man takes a back seat.
Ken works in a completely different industry. You know that. He actually enjoys his job. Why would I make him quit just to take over something he never wanted?
Because he's your husband, that's why. You should be supporting his future, not getting in the way of it. If he ran the company, he'd be making far more, and we'd all be living a much more comfortable life.
And by we, I'm guessing you mean you, right?
Don't twist my words. I've always looked out for this family. I'm the one who raised Ken into the brilliant man he is. Everything you two have is because of me.
That's a pretty bold claim.
Not bold, just the plain and simple truth. So when I say your money is essentially my money, I expect you to respect that. What's yours is mine. That's just how it is with families.
You seriously believe that?
Of course I do. It's common sense. You married into this family, and that means sharing. And since I'm the matriarch, I should be treated with a little dignity and respect, preferably with a nice lunch once in a while.
Joanne, that's not how family finances work. I earn my own income, and I use it to support my household. You are not entitled to it.
I knew you were ungrateful. From the moment you refused to quit your job, I knew you'd turn out to be one of those independent types. Always talking about boundaries and fairness. It's exhausting.
No, what's exhausting is being treated like a piggy bank by someone who doesn't even pretend to respect me.
I gave you everything, and this is how you repay me? You are unbelievable, honestly. It's like talking to a stranger.
Then maybe you should treat me like one and stop asking me for money.
I want you to send me $50 before noon by any means necessary. You kids these days can do that by phone, can't you? What was that thing called? A Pay Me Money app? Whatever it's called. Get it done now. I already told my friend we'd go to that new place with the desserts. Don't embarrass me.
I'm done with this conversation.
Zoe, you don't get to decide when our conversations are over. I do.
Goodbye, Joanne.
Hey, Zoe, you free to talk right now?
Yeah, I'm on my lunch break. What's up?
You're not gonna believe this. My mom showed up at my office.
What? You're kidding. Please don't tell me she asked you for lunch money, too.
She did. Said she couldn't get it from you, so she came to me like some twisted relay race.
Oh my God. I knew she was going to do something the second I turned her down this morning.
Well, luckily I wasn't at the front when she came in. Reception told her I was in a meeting and gave her the brush off. Apparently she left grumbling about ungrateful children.
Well, that's rich coming from the woman who treats our finances like a family ATM. I swear she gets more shameless by the day.
Honestly, I'm so tired of this cycle. And for the record, I don't believe a word of whatever poor me story she's spinning.
You are not mistreating her. She's the one doing the mistreating, and I see it.
Thank you for saying that. I can handle her nonsense most of the time, but it helps so much knowing you're not buying into her fantasy world. She's been playing these games for as long as I can remember. This is just her latest version of it. She's been using this one line against me for as long as I can remember. What's yours is mine.
She said that exact same thing to me earlier, like it was some ancient proverb I should bow down to.
Unreal. You know, that reminds me. Back in high school, remember how I used to work those part-time shifts at the gas station during summer?
Yeah, you said you were saving up for a camera or something, right?
Exactly. I worked for weeks and managed to save up $1,000. I was so proud of myself. Then one day I come home and the envelope's gone. She'd taken every last cent.
Oh no, you never told me about that.
And when I confronted her, you know what she said?
Let me guess, what's yours is mine?
Exactly. She acted like my money was her reward for raising me.
At this rate, she's going to start claiming our retirement fund belongs to her too.
I swear if we ever have kids, we'd better keep their piggy banks under lock and key. She'll be tapping into them for travel expenses.
She really thinks everything around her exists for her benefit. No boundaries, no shame, just endless entitlement.
I've tried to stay patient all these years, but I think I've hit my limit. This isn't just annoying anymore, it's toxic.
I know. I've been thinking the same thing lately. It's not just her asking for money, it's the manipulation, the guilt-tripping, the twisted logic.
Exactly, and it never ends. We give an inch and she takes the whole house. I'm seriously considering moving and just not telling her where we go.
Wait, you mean actually cutting contact?
If it comes to that, yeah. What's the alternative? Keep living with this looming over us forever?
That's a big step, Ken, but maybe it's the right one.
Think about it. We move quietly, no forwarding address, no explanations. Just a clean start. No more random drop-ins, no more ambushes at work. Peace.
It sounds almost too good to be real.
It could be. We just have to be bold enough to do it.
Okay, let's talk more about it tonight, but I think I'm ready. Joanne, I know you took my checkbook.
Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about?
You can drop the act. I checked the footage on our pet cam. You were inside our house when we weren't home, rifling through our things. I saw you take it.
What? You have a camera in your house?
Yes, to watch the cat while we're out. Didn't expect to catch you red-handed, but here we are.
That's an unacceptable invasion of my privacy. Who installs cameras in their own home like that?
People who don't expect their in-laws to break in. You used a spare key, didn't you?
Don't twist this around. I wasn't stealing anything. I just borrowed it. And anyway, you're making this into a huge deal over nothing.
You took my checkbook and helped yourself to $300,000. That's not borrowing, that's theft.
Don't be so dramatic. I used that money for something meaningful. I put a down payment on a lovely new place for myself. Retirement should be comfortable, don't you think?
With my money?
Well, why not? What's yours is mine. You're a part of this family, Zoe. I've earned a few perks.
That's not a perk, that's a felony.
Oh, don't throw your little legal terms at me like you're some kind of lawyer. You're my daughter-in-law. Everything you have is thanks to me raising Ken. You're just managing the fortune I laid the foundation for.
Wow, you actually believe that?
Of course I do. I'm not returning that checkbook. I need that money. The house we live in now is falling apart. You know that. And clearly you're never going to let me move in with you and Ken.
That was your choice, Joanne. You made it very clear you'd rather die than live under my roof.
Well, things change, and now I've found a better solution. My own place, bought with family money. What's the problem?
The problem is you stole from me, and you did it behind our backs like a criminal.
Don't you dare speak to me like that. You wouldn't even have that money if not for this family. If anything, I'm taking what I'm owed.
You're not owed anything, and you just confessed to theft in writing. Keep this conversation going. It's excellent documentation.
Don't be vindictive, Zoe. That money is gone. The condo's bought. The deal is done. There's nothing you can do now. And you know what? Since you're so insistent on being a snotty little brat about this, I think I'll go ahead and hold on to this checkbook now.
We'll see about that.
Zoe, I hope you're sitting down because I have the most delightful news.
Okay, what now?
I'm moving. I found the perfect apartment right by the station, elegant, spacious, just perfect for a woman like me.
You're moving. You actually bought a place?
Of course I did. I have taste, you know. And it's time I lived somewhere that reflects that. This old house was dragging me down.
How did you even afford it, Joanne? You told us just last month you were struggling with basic expenses.
Well, I had some help from my boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Yes, he's a wonderful man, an executive at a major company. Generous, charming, and very devoted to me. He paid the down payment and put the apartment in his name.
Wait, are you saying this man is married?
Technically, yes, but they're drifting apart. He's planning to divorce her. It's just a matter of time.
Joanne, you're bragging about having an affair with someone else's husband and using his money to buy property?
Oh, calm down. Don't act like you've never bent the rules to get what you want. Life's too short to wait around for permission.
You do realize this could go horribly wrong, right? You're financially entangled with someone who could be sued for adultery if his wife finds out.
She won't. He's careful, and so am I. Besides, what's she going to do? Throw a tantrum? I'm not scared of a bitter housewife.
You should be. If she connects the dots and finds out he's paying for your condo, you could both be in serious legal trouble.
Oh, please. You always think everything's some courtroom drama. You worry too much. I'm just finally living the life I deserve.
And you don't think that life could come crashing down?
Not a chance. I've played this perfectly. I've got the man, the money, and the apartment. Let the rest of the world catch up.
If you say so, Joanne. But for the record, I think there's something you ought to know about before you get too comfortable in that condo.
What now? If this is about the checkbook again, I already told you the money's spent. It's done.
Actually, it was spent weeks ago.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
The account tied to that checkbook you stole, it's empty.
No. That can't be right. I checked the balance. I saw it with my own eyes.
You saw an old printout. That account was drained before you ever stepped into our home with that spare key.
So you're saying I stole an empty account? That's not possible. You're lying.
Go ahead, call the bank. I encourage it. They'll confirm the funds were withdrawn and the account closed long before your little borrowing spree.
You conniving little thief! You tricked me! You moved the money and left the checkbook behind on purpose.
You mean the checkbook you illegally entered my house to take? I didn't trick you, Joanne. You played yourself.
You planned this. You let me humiliate myself thinking I had won.
You once told me my money was yours. So really, if I used it first, should that be a problem?
Don't twist my words. That's not what I meant.
You're right, I'm not your ATM. And now you have bigger things to worry about.
What are you talking about?
Your condo, your generous boyfriend, his wife. Do you think she's going to respond well to the news that her husband is spending their family's money on his mistress?
She won't find out. He said it's all under control.
I'm not the one who'll make trouble, but if she gets suspicious and starts looking, that contract has his name on it, not yours. That condo is a liability, not a prize.
This is insane. You're bluffing.
Keep telling yourself that, but when the knock comes on your door, it won't be from me.
No. Oh, this isn't fair. You can't just flip it all like this.
Actions have consequences, Joanne. All I did was stop protecting you from yours. And since we're on the subject, I think it's time you understood something very clearly. Ken and I are cutting ties with you, permanently.
Excuse me? Don't be ridiculous. You can't just say something like that and expect me to believe it.
Believe it. We've already moved. New house, new address. No forwarding information. We're done.
You moved? Without telling me?
Exactly. That $300,000 you thought you stole, we used it for our new home. Not just for comfort, for distance, for freedom. That money was our severance from you.
Ken would never agree to that. He's my son, my own flesh and blood.
It was his idea, Joanne. He was the one who first brought up the fact that we needed to disappear.
You're lying. He wouldn't say that. Not my Ken. You're poisoning him against me.
No, you did that to yourself. Do you remember what you did with his high school savings? The $1,000 he worked all summer to earn?
That was years ago, and I told him at the time that what's his is mine. I raised him, didn't I?
And you never saw what was wrong with that, did you? Not then, not now. You take and call it love. But love doesn't steal from its own children.
I'm his mother. I have rights.
You had respect, and you destroyed it. Ken tried for years to make excuses for you, to defend you, but now he has no qualms whatsoever with leaving you behind. He said, and I quote, "I've had enough of her."
This is a nightmare. You can't do this to me.
Even the villains in children's books don't get away forever. Eventually, even they face consequences. You think you're different?
I am different.
No, Joanne, you're exactly who you've always been. The only difference now is we're not playing along anymore.
You'll regret this.
I doubt it. Goodbye, Joanne. After that last message, Ken changed his phone number and blocked every possible method of contact. I did the same. We even alerted our workplaces just in case Joanne tried to show up unannounced, but in the end, she never came. She had bigger problems. As I predicted, her boyfriend's wife found out. Turns out, transferring large sums of money and putting a condo in someone else's name leaves a trail, and a very visible one. The wife filed for divorce and demanded compensation, rightfully so. Then came the real kicker. The boyfriend had 3 children. That meant child support on top of alimony. And when the scandal reached his company, they wasted no time letting him go. A high-level executive involved in an affair and misusing funds? Not good for business. Joanne lost everything she thought she gained. No more lavish retirement, no more safety net, just an unpaid apartment, a disgraced partner, and a mountain of bills. She and her boyfriend, both pushing 60, now spent their days taking whatever work they can find. Odd jobs, cleaning shifts, long hours, no choice. And us? We're finally living in peace. No more drama, no more manipulation, no more what's yours is mine. Just freedom.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Will, I need money, like right now. It's an emergency. And I don't have any time to answer questions, so just hand it over. Got it?
An emergency, huh? What kind of emergency gives you enough time to message me twice and demand no questions, but not enough time to tell me what you need it for?
I told you I don't have time for questions. Stop being so dramatic. I just need a little cash, okay?
You got your allowance last week. Are you telling me you burned through it already?
Obviously. Do you think $50 magically lasts forever? I'm not a medieval peasant, you know.
No, but I also didn't expect you to blow it all in 7 days. What did you even buy?
Stuff! Important stuff. You don't understand what it takes to look presentable in this world. Girls have needs.
Right, needs, like that neon pink phone case with bunny ears.
First of all, that was limited edition. Second, you're just mad because you don't know how to accessorize.
Or maybe I'm mad because while Mom's budgeting groceries and Dad's applying to any company that has a job opening, you're acting like you're on some reality show.
Don't even start with Dad. He's the reason we're being forced to live like this. If he hadn't let his stupid company go bankrupt, we wouldn't be poor.
That's incredibly unfair. He didn't let anything happen. The company collapsed. He's doing everything he can to get back on his feet.
Like he really cared. He'd take literally any job. Convenience store, janitor, whatever. That's what real men do when their family's starving.
Chloe, are you hearing yourself right now?
Yes, and I sound and look amazing. I just thought maybe someone in this house should start speaking the truth.
How about you start by contributing for once? Get a part-time job. Everyone in your class has one.
Excuse me, do I look like someone who flips burgers? I'm allergic to grease and polyester.
Then I guess you're allergic to being useful.
Oh, wow. Okay. Coming from the guy lounging around in university pretending he's better than us?
Pretending? I'm studying and working part-time. I pay for my own textbooks. And I give my wages to help cover the bills.
Wait, you give your money to Mom and Dad? That's actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's called being part of a family. You should try it sometime.
Nope, I've got a better plan. I'm going to find a rich guy with a fat wallet and a weak spine. Then I'll never have to think about budgets or responsibility or any of that crap ever again.
Charming. You make gold digging sound like a noble profession.
Thank you. I'll be sipping sparkling water in a penthouse while you're still crying over rent.
Just make sure your prince has a solid prenup. He'll need it.
You're just jealous. No girl would ever date someone as boring and uptight as you.
And no decent guy would willingly sign up for a walking disaster like you.
I'm done. You're just trying to kill my vibe. I need beauty sleep.
Beauty sleep won't fix your attitude.
Whatever, peasant. Good night.
Good night, your royal delusion. Hey, your graduation ceremony was days ago. You said you were gonna be out with your friends for the night, then you never came back. God knows you're never gonna be able to support yourself, and as much as I don't want to live with you, I'd rather you not become homeless. So, when are you coming back home?
As if. I'm not coming back to that boring house ever again. I've moved on, Will. I'm living the dream now.
That's not an answer. Where are you, Chloe? Mom's been worried sick. She's been checking your room like you might materialize out of thin air.
Oh my God, tell her to relax. I'm fine. I'm with my boyfriend now. We're living together. It's been amazing.
You're... what? Since when are you living with someone?
Since I realized I don't need permission to be happy. His place is super cozy and he takes care of everything. I barely have to lift a finger.
Chloe, be serious. Where are you living and who is this guy?
His name's Naoya, and he's loaded. Like he earns $1,300 a month. Isn't that insane?
$1,300? That's what you're bragging about?
Yeah, that's a ton of money. You're just jealous because you're stuck being a student.
Chloe, I make that much working part-time while going to university. That's not exactly a luxury salary.
You're such a downer. Not everyone's obsessed with numbers and budgeting and blah, blah, blah.
I'm not being a downer. I'm being realistic. Two people can't live off $1,300 a month without scraping by.
We're doing just fine, thank you very much. He spoils me. We go out for dinner, we shop a little, and we still make rent. It's like totally manageable.
And what happens if he loses that job? Or if you guys get into a fight? You don't even have a place to go back to.
Why do you always have to be so negative? Why can't you just be happy for me for once?
Because I know how this ends. You think you've found freedom, but you're playing house with somebody who probably has no savings and no plan.
You don't know him. He's sweet, and he treats me like a queen. That's all that matters.
That's not all that matters, Chloe. Stability matters. Safety matters. You don't even have a backup plan.
You're just mad because I escaped before you could.
This isn't escaping. This is just running blind. And the worst part is you haven't even told Mom and Dad where you are.
Because they'd freak out. You think they'd throw us a housewarming party or something?
No, but if something happened to you, no one would know where to find you. That's not independence, that's recklessness.
I don't need babysitting, Will. I'm not 12.
Then act like it. Send them your address. At the very least, give them some way to contact you that isn't just waiting for you to show up out of the blue.
Fine. I'll send them something. Happy now?
Not really, but it's a start.
I swear, you're like a walking warning label. Caution, will may cause premature aging.
And you're like a glitter-covered red flag. I just want you to have a future that doesn't implode.
Well, I'm busy living in the present, thank you very much. Now go be boring somewhere else.
Just be careful, that's all I'm saying.
Whatever, we're going shopping. Text you never.
That's the most Chloe thing you could have possibly said. Chloe, what the hell did you do?
Good morning to you too.
A lawyer just showed up at Mom and Dad's house. He was looking for you. Have any idea what that might be about?
Oh, that? Yeah, I figured that might happen eventually.
Not eventually, now! You were sleeping with a married man and lived in his house for a week while she was on vacation. And that wife is suing you. She says you stole her jewelry, her clothes.
Okay, first of all, she wasn't even wearing most of that stuff. It was just sitting there collecting dust. I borrowed it.
Borrowed? Chloe, you were living in her house with her husband behind her back. You were sleeping with him in her bed, you sick freak!
Yeah, and whose fault is that? Maybe she should have taken better care of her man if she didn't want to be replaced.
Are you hearing yourself? You moved into their house, stole her things, and now she's threatening legal action, and you think she's the problem?
I broke up with him anyway. It's ancient history. She can keep the house and the loser.
That doesn't undo the theft. She's claiming thousands of dollars in missing items. Diamond earrings, a Gucci coat, and a freaking Cartier watch.
Ew, she's being so dramatic. I left the coat in the closet when I left. Probably, I think. Whatever.
Whatever! Chloe, we're talking about a potential police report here. Do you know how serious this is?
Chill, Will. I'm not going to jail over a few trinkets. She's not even really all that mad at me. She just wants attention.
Oh, she wants accountability, and she sent that demand letter to our house, Chloe. You dragged Mom and Dad into your mess.
Oh, please. Like I'm the first girl to date a married guy. She needs to grow up and move on.
You're unbelievable. This isn't just some high school cat fight. There are lawyers involved. You need to come home and face this.
Yeah, no thanks. I've got a real boyfriend now. Super cute, super rich, and way less dramatic.
Are you serious? You're just gonna hop into another guy's apartment while this one blows up behind you?
That's the plan. A girl's gotta stay moving, you know. Can't let one bitter wife ruin the vibe.
Chloe, you committed a crime. This isn't about jealousy or vibes. It's about the fact that you broke into someone's life and took what wasn't yours.
I'm done with this guilt trip. You sound just like that lawyer lady. Consequences this, restitution that.
Because it's real. You need to face what you did.
Or I could just not. Anyway, I'm heading over to my new place. Text you never.
Chloe!
Love you too, big bro. Bye! Will, what the hell is going on? I just got to the house and some random couple is living there. Why didn't anyone tell me we moved?
Because we didn't want to deal with your meltdown, Chloe, and clearly we were right.
Seriously? Where's Mom? Where's Dad? Where the hell are you?
Gone. We left months ago.
Are you kidding me? You just gave away our house without telling me?
No, we sold the house. Big difference, and we did it because of you.
Me? How is this my fault?
Maybe because your little relationship with that married guy ended with his wife threatening to sue you into oblivion. Or because she sent a lawyer after you for stealing her designer bags and jewelry.
That was like months ago. I thought she was bluffing.
She wasn't. And when the demands started piling up and you disappeared, someone had to deal with it.
So you sold the house just like that? You can't be serious.
We didn't have another option. The legal threats were getting worse, and Mom was terrified it would all go public.
What drama queens. It's not like I killed anyone. She just wanted attention because her husband picked someone younger.
Chloe, you lived in their home, you stole her stuff, and then you acted like it was nothing. That woman had every right to be furious.
Oh, please. Maybe if she wasn't so boring and frumpy, he wouldn't have needed someone like me.
I've never in my life met anyone as morally bereft as you.
But I'm just telling the truth. If she'd kept him happy, I wouldn't have even been in the picture.
You're unbelievable. Mom cried when she handed over the keys. Dad couldn't even finish packing his workshop. But sure, keep pretending you're the victim.
It's not my fault you guys are so dramatic. So what if I made a few mistakes? You didn't have to sell the house over it.
No, we chose to. Because unlike you, we actually take responsibility for family. You vanished, Chloe. We had no idea where you were. But your mess landed on our doorstep, so we cleaned it up.
So now what? You're just living somewhere random without me?
Pretty much.
Wow. Oh, nice. Glad to know I've been officially disowned.
You disowned yourself. We were just dumb enough to cover your debt.
Where's the new place? I'm on the train now. Just tell me and I'll head over.
No, screw you, Chloe.
Seriously?
Seriously, you don't get to destroy everything we had and then just waltz into our new lives like nothing happened.
You're being ridiculous. You're seriously going to leave me stranded?
No, you stranded yourself. We're just finally choosing not to rescue you this time.
That's low, Will, even for you.
You know what's low? Watching your parents give up their home because their daughter couldn't return a stolen necklace. This conversation's over.
Unbelievable.
Believe it. Actions have consequences, Chloe. You're just lucky we paid yours for you.
Will, we need to talk.
That's rarely good coming from you.
I saw you.
Okay, what does that mean?
I saw you, Mom, and Dad walking into that giant mansion on Willowcrest Drive. Don't play dumb, the one with the black gate and the lion statues.
Chloe, what exactly are you saying?
I knew it. I knew something wasn't adding up. You guys sold our house and pretended to be broke just to secretly upgrade behind my back?
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, don't gaslight me, Will. You were holding gift bags, laughing like royalty, walking right through that fancy front door. You didn't even look over your shoulder. I guess you thought I was gone for good, huh?
Chloe, what did you do?
I just wanted to see it for myself, okay? I waited until the lady in the apron went out the side gate. Maid, I'm guessing. And I let myself in through the back.
Oh my God.
Don't freak out. I didn't steal anything. I just looked around.
Chloe, no. Tell me exactly what you did.
The flower beds were too perfect, like fake catalog perfect. So I walked through them, kicked up a little dirt. Honestly, it improved the vibe.
Oh no.
Then I saw one of the windows was cracked open and there was a hose right there in the yard. I thought, hey, let's give the place a little excitement, you know? So I sprayed the living room a bit. Not like drenching, just a few spritzes.
Chloe!
It was just for fun. Nobody was even inside. I was going to leave after that, but then I saw that ridiculous sports car in the driveway, and it was just sitting there all smug and shiny.
Chloe, what did you do?
I had my keys in my hand, okay? I might have left some marks. But come on, the car was asking for it. It looked like it came out of a toothpaste commercial.
You keyed a stranger's luxury car? Are you insane?
Don't act like it's a big deal. You guys live there. I was just making a statement.
We don't live there!
Oh, stop it.
I'm serious! That house, that mansion, belongs to my company's president. We were there to drop off a gift for his daughter's new baby.
What?
That wasn't our house. We live in a company dorm. 2 bedrooms, shared laundry, not exactly marble countertops and maid service.
No. I saw you walk in.
With a gift, Chloe, to visit. Because it's called being polite when your boss becomes a grandfather.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. What doesn't make sense is trespassing, wrecking someone's garden, vandalizing their living room, and scratching up a car that costs more than anything we've ever owned.
You're lying. You're just saying this to scare me.
Chloe, I was inside the house when the butler explained someone had broken in through the side yard and destroyed the place. The moment he described the girl with pink hair clips and wedge sneakers, I knew it was you.
No, this isn't happening.
I wanted to believe it wasn't. I prayed it was some coincidence. But here you are admitting everything like it's some dumb prank.
Why didn't anyone tell me where you moved? I wouldn't have done this if I hadn't been shut out.
Don't even try that. You weren't shut out. You ran off. You cut ties. And now once again the rest of us are left to deal with the fire you set.
What am I supposed to do? What happens now?
You're going to walk up to that front door and own it. You're gonna tell Mr. Yardsley exactly what you did and apologize.
Are you insane? He's going to call the police?
Probably, and I won't stop him.
Will!
Chloe, you broke into a high-profile man's home. You destroyed property. You could be arrested, blacklisted, sued. And honestly, I don't know that I'd lift a finger to stop it this time.
No, this can't be happening. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just thought you guys were lying to me. I thought you'd left me behind.
Maybe we did. Or maybe you left yourself behind years ago. But this is the line. It ends here.
Someone's coming out of the house. Will, someone's walking toward the gate. What do I do?
You face them. You tell the truth. And you start cleaning up the mess you made. For once in your life.
Will, please, I'm not ready for this.
Too bad. You already opened the door. Now walk through it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What have I done?
We got there as fast as we could. Dad was pale the entire drive, and Mom wouldn't stop shaking. When we reached the president's home, Chloe was already on her knees in the dirt, sobbing under the weight of what she'd done. The garden she trampled still had muddy footprints all through the flower beds. Mr. Yardsley didn't yell. He didn't threaten. He just stood there with his arms crossed, listening. After Chloe finally finished her half-choked confession, he turned to Mom, Dad, and me and gently told us we had nothing to apologize for. You didn't do this, he said. She did. But that didn't mean he'd let it slide. In exchange for dropping formal charges, Chloe agreed to work under his supervision, cleaning, landscaping, whatever was needed. Every cent she earned would go toward repaying the damage she caused, including the settlement we scraped together to cover her last scandal. She hasn't contacted us since. No messages, no calls. Just cold, silent bank transfers every month, always on time. It's not closure, not really, but it's something. Maybe, in her own way, she's finally learning what responsibility feels like.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, how are you doing, Sean?
Huh? Who are you?
Oh my gosh, you mean you forgot your own mother just after 5 years?
Huh? Don't tell me your mom!
Yes, I'm your mom. I'm glad your number hasn't changed since when you were in middle school. I hope you've been doing well. How's Annie?
What the hell? How dare you message me now?
What? What's wrong about a mother being worried about her own son and daughter?
How dare you call yourself mother? You ran away with your lover. You're not my mom, you're just a stranger. Don't you ever text me again. I have no time to deal with you.
Right, oh, you must be busy now. Your dad is now up in the sky because of a car accident. I heard from my friend that you're having his funeral the day after tomorrow, so that's why I texted. I thought I'd go to the funeral too. I bet it's too much for you, a high schooler, and your sister, an elementary school kid.
Gosh, you dare to come? I don't need your help. I'm doing it all myself.
Okay, good luck then. Well, I'm going to the funeral anyways. I need to go get my money and title deed.
What are you talking about? What money? What do you mean title deed?
Ryan, your dad's money and the title deed of the land you're living on right now. It's arranged that I'll receive everything when Ryan passes away.
You're getting them?
Yep, Ryan promised me that if he ever passes first, he'll give me all the money and house. So I'm going to get it as promised. Which means that all his money is mine. So after his funeral is done, the house you're living in now is gonna be mine. And I'm moving in with my new husband. So you guys leave, understood?
Huh? We're gonna move out?
Of course, my husband wouldn't want to live with the kids I had with my previous husband. I've already gotten a divorce with your dad, so I have no responsibility to look after you guys anyways. There's no other choice but to ask you to move out.
What the hell is wrong with you? You ran away 5 years ago, but now you're telling us to move out? There's no way you're getting all his money, too!
But that's reality. His will is the most powerful when dividing the inheritance. No matter what you say, Ryan told me that he'll give me everything, so his money, his house, everything is mine. You better regret that your dad made the decision to give everything to me.
Wait a minute, I'm almost an adult, but Annie is just 9! If you kick us out now, how are we supposed to survive? Where do we move into? How about school?
That's none of my business. I don't have custody over you guys, so I have no responsibility to look after you two. How about you go to an orphanage or something?
No way!
Make sure you start packing so that you can leave right after the funeral. Good luck. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry for messaging you so late in the night. Is this Sean Anderson's number?
Who are you?
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm the father of your father.
Dad's dad? Does that mean you're our grandpa?
Yes, nice to meet you, Sean. I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm sorry I couldn't reach out to you until this time. I knew your number for a while, but I didn't have the courage to.
No, wait a minute. I can't process that you're my grandpa. You just appeared out of nowhere. Are you really my grandpa? My parents told me that they both didn't have relatives.
Right. I understand that you're suspicious. We've never met each other. After I opposed your parents' marriage, we got into a huge fight with Ryan, and we cut ties with him. So we never got in touch with each other up until now.
Is that so?
When you and your sister were born, he let us know. But since then, we never got in touch. To my embarrassment, I just found out that he got a divorce today. I'm very sorry I couldn't be any help when you were in need.
Oh, it's fine. It's not your fault that my parents got a divorce. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Sean. Although it might be too late to ask, would you allow us to be your guardian?
Huh?
You have lost your parents, and it's just the two of you now. It will be a hard journey to make a living and to go to school if you don't have a guardian. So I would like to ask if my wife and I could be your guardian. Let us help you when you need someone to depend on and support you financially.
Are you serious?
Yes, of course. I want to be a help because I haven't been able to do anything for you up until now. We are elderly, but we do have a decent amount of savings and income. So you can ask us anything.
Then, I'm sorry, but can I ask you something? Can you let Annie move in with you? And if possible, I would like you to be my guarantor so that I can rent a room.
What? What do you mean? You're renting a room? But how about the house you're living in right now? You don't have to leave the house you're used to living in.
Actually, my mom messaged me suddenly today, and she told me that she was promised by Dad that she'll get all his inheritance. So she demanded that Annie and I move out of the house.
What?
She said she's gonna move in with her new husband. She told me that we should go to an orphanage or something, so I honestly didn't know what to do.
What on earth is happening? How stupid is she to kick out 2 minors? First of all, she has no right to inherit anything.
I don't really know how this works, but if I can ask you for help, I'd like you to take care of Annie. And I was planning to quit high school, rent an apartment, and find a job.
There's no need. You don't have to be separated from your sister, and you don't have to quit school.
Huh? Really?
Yes, you can leave the rest to me. I'll be on my way right away.
Hey, Sean, who are the people standing at the door? I came just for this, but they shut me out. What's going on?
Hello, Tina. I'm Ryan's father, Richard. It's been a while.
Huh? Isn't this Sean's number?
I'm borrowing his phone right now. Let me answer in his place. The people at the door are security guards. They're from my company where I'm the CEO, and I asked for their assistance today. It seems like a tramp is trying to deceive my precious grandchildren.
Huh? It's none of your business, mister. This is about me and my son. Can a stranger like you not get involved?
There's no way I'm a stranger to this matter. I'm their grandfather. Deceiving minors to get their house and money. What on earth are you thinking, miss?
Huh? I'm not trying to deceive them. The wife is just inheriting stuff from her husband. What is wrong about that?
You're already divorced. You're no longer his wife. What right do you have? Unless you have his written will, the only people who have the right to receive inheritance are Sean and Annie. His ex-wife has no right to inherit anything. How about you go study the law?
I'm telling you, Ryan promised to me that he'll give me everything. Isn't it his will? The money, the house, everything is mine.
Then give me proof that Ryan said so. His written will, a letter, or a voice recording. If you have any, let me see it.
Huh? I don't have any. But he promised me.
I see. You don't have any proof, but he promised you, so you're taking everything. Would you dare to say that at court?
Huh?
If you don't take that back, in order to protect my grandchildren's rights, I have no other choice but to file a court case making a claim for abatement. I don't have any proof, but he made a verbal promise to give me all the inheritance before we got a divorce. So I'll keep all the money and house to myself and kick the kids out. I'll have you say that in front of the judge in court. I know how many lawyers I can ask for assistance from.
Huh? You're even planning to bring this case to court? How much are you going to get involved in this? I told you that a stranger like you shouldn't butt in.
I am Sean and Annie's grandfather, so I'm no stranger. You've already gotten a divorce and have no custody over them, so you're the stranger here. If you're going to keep making a fuss, we will sue you. I advise you to run away now and withdraw from this matter.
I can't just say yes now. We already made plans to move into the house. We're done moving out from our previous house. We also quit our jobs thinking we'd inherit the money. We've already used up most of our savings, too. It's impossible for us to go home now.
Well, what can I do? It's your fault.
No, I'm serious. I'm sorry. Can we stay for the night?
What are you saying? How unbelievable! We're all busy with the funeral today. We have no time to let a stranger stay over.
No, just let us stay the night as guests who came to the funeral. Please let us stay here.
Only his family is invited to Ryan's funeral. If you're not part of the family, please leave. Oh, I have to go now. Time is ticking.
Wait a minute. Oh, please wait. Don't kick me out.
After that, she tried to get inside the house with her husband, but the guards stopped them, and when they told them that they'll call the police, they ran away. Thanks to them, we were able to send Dad off peacefully. She kept on messaging me even after the funeral, but thanks to Grandpa, who blocked her, I didn't have to get in touch with her ever again. I heard afterwards that she got into a fight with her husband because she wasn't able to inherit anything, and her husband went missing after he stole all of her property. She tried to follow him, and now she's nowhere to be found. I'm so curious to know what attracted Dad so much to marrying her. Grandpa became our guardian after the funeral, and we still live in the same house. We've also been able to go to school even after our dad's death. Moreover, Grandpa hired a maid for us, and the maid would do all the housework for us. Grandpa and Grandma also visit us once a week to check on us. So both Annie and I have been living peacefully without any problems. We're very thankful. I hope I can return the favor once I become an adult. So I'm gonna study hard for my future.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
How much of an airhead are you there? Have you still not noticed that your husband is cheating on you? Are you a failure of a woman or something? Who is it that I'm speaking to right now? I believe that you have the wrong person right now. I do have the right person, though. I have been going out with your husband for the past year now. And today I wanted to talk with you, his wife, about it and tell you what's been going on. You're telling me that for a year now you've been with my husband? If that's your response, then you really had no clue about it, did you? Hadn't you noticed a year ago that your husband was having to work a lot more? And more recently, he's been taking a lot of business trips and such, right? Well, all of that was a lie. He was lying to you about that, calling it all work when he was really coming over to my house. Excuse me? This is it. This right here. This is the kind of reaction that I was wanting to get out of you. Can you tell me what the hell your plan is here, though? For a woman who says she's been with my husband this whole time to come out and say all of that with such confidence. Well, this is the most entertaining way for me to get the news across to you. And seeing how long it would take for you to figure things out, or rather not figure things out at all about us, was also a thrill. Yet, for some reason, you really didn't notice a single thing about what your husband and I had been doing, which got really boring really quickly. Having to love a man when the thrills started to really die out wasn't fun for me at all, you know. And that's why this time I decided it was time to tell you. I had been purposefully dropping an earring or two in his car, as well as things like some cosmetics of mine, and I made sure he didn't do anything to try and hide all of those things from you, yet you were still not catching on. I wanted to date your husband having the knowledge that his wife knew about it the whole time. I see. You have the type of character that I don't seem to understand one bit. So how are you feeling now after that news flash? You must be pretty sad to hear that the husband you loved so much was cheating on you, right? Or are you heartbroken right now being a woman whose husband wanted to cheat on her? Could you be as pale as a ghost right now because of the panic I've induced? About how I'm feeling? All I can say is I'm tired of having to listen to someone like you right now. I feel sorry for the man who thought it was a good idea to date such a childish woman as yourself. If he was going to cheat, at least do it with a smarter and more mature woman than you. If you really enjoy things that give you a thrill, maybe do something more invigorating, like a bungee jump or skydiving. I think those things will bring you a lot more excitement without having to pay as much for them. And by the way, having to lay your hands on another woman's man to feel a thrill is a bit sad. Aren't you a bit exhausted after all that time you spent having to be with another woman's man? It's like you have some kind of a sickness if that's the kind of route you are willing to take for joy. I'd hurry up and see a doctor about that mental problem you have. Actually, one of my close friends happens to be a therapist. If you'd like me to, I can introduce you to her and see what she can do to help. What the hell is all of this? What is wrong with you? You were just told about how your husband has been cheating on you with me this whole time. There's no way you should be trying to console me over all of this now. How can you be so calm at a time like this anyway? And what makes you think you can make fun of my mental health like that? I was never making fun of your mental health. I just happen to be a bit worried about the kind of person you are. I really do believe that you should be taking that issue you have seriously and see someone about it immediately. I I'm not going to be treated like some sick person. What the actual hell is this? This isn't the kind of reaction I thought I'd be getting from you at all. I wanted to see you crying over this or getting all worked up over what I had to tell you. But now I'm the one feeling all worked up and disgusted by the kind of person you are.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not really into hobbies like cheating on other people and making others upset. You came out trying to have another thrilling time, but ended up feeling sick now.
Shut the hell up, you loser. I'm sure you're just trying to act tough right now is all, which is pretty sad of you considering you just heard that your husband was cheating on you for a year now. I'm not going to let you have a fun time with me now when you're supposed to be the loser here. I'm going to make you pay for this one now, you asshole.
Long time since we last talked, Brooke. I have something I've been wanting to ask you, actually. Do you have a moment to talk with me right now?
Oh, hey, Douglas. Been a while, hasn't it? I think the last time we actually were talking to one another was last year, right?
It's been a long time, it seems, right? But I guess that was just a little over a year ago now, back when we had the memorial for my brother. I can't believe it's been 3 years since he passed away now.
Right. Time has really flown by on us, hasn't it? So, anyway, what was it you wanted to ask about?
Actually, I was wondering if there's any money left over from my brother still. I think there is, and I wanted to know if you'd be all right with giving us half of that money.
What?
It's been 3 years now since he passed away, right? But you still haven't gone out and found a job for yourself. That has to mean he left behind enough money to support you for 3 years, and that there must be a bunch more remaining, right? Considering he was my older brother, I'm sure he put in a lot of money making sure he had the best life insurance on himself, right?
Why exactly do you want half of the money he left behind for me? Are you in a bit of financial trouble or something?
That's right. Right now I'm in a very serious pickle when it comes to money. There are 3 kids now in my family, right? As they continue to grow older and older, they need me to have more money. And that's led to our family finances being pretty rough. Considering the current recession we're going through, both my wife's and my income has gone down as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is why I kind of wanted to ask if you could help us out a little. Before my brother went and passed away in that car accident, he was always spoiling my kids. If you were to give us some of that money for his cute little nieces and nephews, I'm sure he'd be okay with it. If anything, he probably wants you using some of that money on them.
I'm sure. I mean, he and I never got around to having any kids of our own either. Because of that, he was always spoiling your 3 kids.
So, from now on, how about you send us $3,000 a month? I would hate to have you give us half of whatever you have left from him in one go. So, if you can start sending us little by little every month, that would be great.
Hold on a second. You need $3,000 a month from me?
I'm sure you don't know about this, but kids take up a lot of the family finances. You're not struggling at all right now and have all that money from my brother, so why not, right?
I understand that I have some money left from him, but it's not as much as you think. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to help you out much.
What did you say?
The money he left me after that accident was something very important to me, and so I've planned to use it sparingly over the next decade or so. Another thing about me is I'm actually working from home right now, so I was never living without a job playing with his money all the time like you might have thought.
Are you kidding me? I was sure you still had around $500,000 or so from him. But you know what? If you're working right now, then you don't need his money at all, right? You should actually be giving me all of it, please.
What?
You should be more than capable of handling yourself with your own income, right? That means you have no reason to hang on to all of his money anymore. Don't you think you should be giving it to those in need?
Not at all. Why would you ever say something like that about what he's left me?
Am I really being that mean? Actually, I'm saying this partially for your sake as well.
What does that mean?
Well, as long as you hang on to his money, you're never gonna forget about him, right? You're still young, Brooke, so you need to move on and find yourself a new man. So in order to get you to do that, we can take that money from my brother off you and use it up.
Stop saying things like that. I don't plan to ever get remarried, Douglas. I want to hang on to this money he left me and think about him for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, but you need to stop asking for it now.
What?
If you really need some help with your financial situation, I have a good friend that could give you some assistance there. Would you like me to get you guys in touch so that you can talk about how to fix the slump you're in?
Huh? I don't need to go through something as irritating as that. What the hell? I came here asking all politely and everything. You can't just keep all of his money to yourself like that.
How's it going? I'm sure that picture I sent to you just there has shocked your socks off, right? I can't believe you'd send a picture of you on top of someone's husband like this. This is the kind of picture that someone could use to get a very heavy settlement from you, all right? Can't believe you'd really do that to yourself. If I knew it would be enough to allow you to get a settlement from me, I wouldn't have taken your husband in the first place. I just want to see what your face looks like as you're freaking out is all. There's no reason for you to be wanting to see something like that from me, though. You're really annoying when you try and act all level-headed like that, you know. That's why I said before that I was going to make you suffer one way or another. I bet this time I've gotten on your nerves for sure, right? Seeing the husband that you've loved for so long, letting me take him for a spin. I bet you're never going to be able to see him the same way again, right? Not sure what you mean. Huh? Actually, I've been taking a really good look at this picture of you two. I never thought I'd see a man look so displeased with having a woman doing cowgirl on him. And for some reason, you're also looking like you're not enjoying it. Huh? Stop trying to act like a tough guy here. Just suck it up and tell me right now how much it hurts to see your husband doing another woman. Start crying your eyes out right now and tell me how much it kills you to see a picture of the two of us together. I'm not acting like a tough guy, though. If anything, I'm feeling even more fed up with you as a person. It really makes me worry for mankind when there are people like you who don't care about the risks anymore and only want to see others hurt. Excuse me? Are you aware that if I held that picture as evidence and where to get a settlement from you, it could be for as much as $100,000? Did you really prepare for something like a settlement, all to just watch me cry a little? Actually, are seeing my tears and hearing me cry worth $100,000 to you? If that's how much my tears go for, I'm happy to hear that. I will try my best to start shedding some tears here, so let's start with a $5,000 tier, all right? How dare you try and use this as a way to make money? Do you really call yourself his wife by doing that? What makes you think you can just sit there and take all of this when the woman your husband has been cheating on you with is actively making fun of you? I want you to start crying and begging for me to stop right now. You see, the thing is, my husband has been dead for 3 years now. What? So you can ask me to cry all you want, but I'm not going to be crying because I'm hurt. I'll be crying to make some of that sweet money you're going to give. By the way, the man in that picture isn't my husband, so I'm really not sure what I should be getting upset about here. What? Are you not Douglas's wife? But when I looked in his phone, he had you there. And beside your name in parentheses was the word wife. So that's how Douglas has my name put down in his phone? Well, I happen to be his sister-in-law. In other words, I'm his older brother's wife. What? So just to be sure, I'll say this one more time. I am not his wife. You've had the wrong person this whole time, like I'd said at the start. What? But now you have me thinking about how he's been cheating on his wife the whole time. I never thought the day would come where I am seeing my brother-in-law completely naked having sex with a stranger. Now it's going to be a lot harder for me to look at him as family. I don't think the image of his small penis is going to ever be leaving my head. You're joking. Why did I make this mistake? I assumed you were his wife this whole time. Hey, don't worry, all right? I promise to go ahead and tell his wife next for you. What? I wouldn't want you to have to go through that whole performance you've done with me again, so I'll let her know that you've been with her husband and show her this very interesting picture as well. I'll make sure to tell her who you are as well. And I'll introduce her to a really good lawyer that I know as well for you.
Huh? Wait a second, please. Why would you be showing her to a lawyer you know? Don't do anything unnecessary right now.
Did you know that Douglas's wife is a really close friend of mine? When my husband has passed away, she was the one who stood closest to me, making sure everything was fine in my life. And that is why I'm not going to let you off the hook here. If you're going to go through all of that in order to make Douglas's wife feel bad, then at least be prepared for all the outcomes as well.
No way.
And now that you got me involved in all this due to your own mistakes, you're going to have to pay for that. Anywho, thank you for all this wonderful evidence.
This couldn't get any worse for me. Douglas doesn't even have a penny to his name right now. I was fooled by that asshole. I thought that he would be a lot better than this. He was always taking me to these really expensive restaurants on dates and everything. And whenever it was a special event, he'd gift me with such fancy presents. He told me himself that he had enough money to take care of me with. But now he's telling me that he has nothing in his savings and that I need to pay for his settlement to his wife as well. He's trying to make me pay for everything.
Really? He's not even able to pay that settlement?
He told me that all of his money is having to go to his wife in the divorce thanks to his 3 kids he never told me about either. Which means he doesn't have any money to pay the settlement now, which doesn't even make sense when I told him I had all this debt, which he said he'd be able to pay off for me.
You're in debt? Then that would mean he wanted all that money I received from his brother to help you pay that all off.
Wait, what?
A little while back, he came to me begging for the money my deceased husband left me with. He told me that his finances back home were not great and asked me to support him. But when I went and spoke to his wife about it, she said they were totally fine financially and that he was just trying to scam me. They're both working anyway, and his wife is pulling in over $100,000 a year.
What? His wife is making that kind of money each year?
Which is why she said they didn't need the help. I'm sure now that Douglas just wanted to help with your debt and pay for more dates. And based on the current recession, his income has taken a bit of a hit, but not his wife's income.
No frickin' way! His income is in trouble now too?
Yeah, that's what his wife told me. She gave him some advice to change jobs and such, but he just kept fighting her over it, thinking that she had no place to talk down to him about his job, even though she wasn't. Which is really sad to think about now, because during that time, he probably was always yelling back at her because he was cheating.
No way. I really thought that he was working for this super large company making a lot of money there. He always told me he was making a lot every month and that he had hundreds of thousands in his savings. That's why I was serious about stealing him from his wife and didn't mind things like a settlement and such.
Well, to him, he was just into you for the fun of it.
No, I can't believe the man that told me he had so much money and loved me was lying. And to think he wanted to use his dead brother's money to cheat? He really is a pile of crap. Even someone like myself is shocked to hear that now.
But hey, can you make sure not to throw him away now? To me, I think you both are meant for each other, belonging to the same dump and all. You would make for a great couple.
Huh?
So now that you've had this little chat, good luck with your boyfriend. Please make sure to support one another and to both take responsibility for all the trouble you've both caused. Now, that will be all from me. Goodbye. In the end, Douglas and Juniper paid off their settlements in one lump sum, thanks to Juniper's parents lending her the money. However, her parents demanded something in return. Douglas had to marry Juniper, and together, they'd work off the debt. The very next day, they were married under pressure. Now they're paying back Juniper's parents while also giving money to Douglas's ex-wife for her children. His ex-wife, who had always been close to his parents, moved in with them after the divorce, bringing along her 3 kids. Both sets of in-laws have supported her, helping with the children while allowing her to continue working. As for me, living nearby, I get to visit often and spend time with my 3 nephews, who remind me so much of my late husband. As a widow, I'm incredibly grateful for the support my husband's parents and my sister-in-law have given me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Grace, I need you to borrow a complete futon set and a baby crib from your parents and have them set up in the guest room. I need it done by today.
What?
You know your family has a guest futon, right? Plus your sister-in-law who lives nearby has an unused baby crib.
I think that's the case, but why the sudden request?
Sasha, my sister, just got divorced.
Wait, divorce? So does that mean she's leaving with a baby? The baby crib is for her child?
That's exactly right. However, my parents have grandma who needs constant care, and the environment isn't suitable for a 2-month-old baby, so we decided to take care of them at our place instead.
How long do you expect this arrangement to last?
How long do you mean?
I mean, you can't expect Sasha and the baby to stay with us forever. It would be much better if we set a clear time frame from the beginning. That way Sasha can plan her future more effectively and we can avoid any unnecessary stress about each other's expectations.
What are you talking about? I'm saying that starting today, Sasha and my niece will be living with us.
Living together?
What? Are you saying you want to leave poor Sasha, who just had a baby, out in the streets after her divorce?
I'm not thinking that way at all, but having a permanent arrangement for them to live together with us seems... well, that just doesn't feel right, does it?
You're surprisingly heartless.
Is that really the issue here?
In any case, I'm bringing Sasha and the baby home tonight, so you're going to be in charge of taking care of them.
Huh?
Especially the baby. From what I understand, she needs to be fed every 3 hours, even during the night, so you'll need to help out during the day since you're working from home.
Wait a minute, I have a job, you know.
Yeah, but since you work from home, you should be able to adjust your schedule. Just switch to working in the evenings instead.
So you want me to take care of the baby during the day and then work at night?
Of course, and don't forget about housework too. You can't let that slide. It's crucial to keep the living areas clean, especially where the baby will be, because a hygienic environment is vital for an infant.
So what you're essentially saying is that I'm expected to help with the childcare, manage all the housework, and work all at the same time, leaving me with absolutely no time to rest? That sounds completely overwhelming.
That's something you'll have to figure out on your own. If you can't manage your time, that's just your own shortcoming.
Do you not really see how unreasonable that sounds? I mean, it's not like I'm a superhuman who can handle everything at once without a break.
Anyway, I'm bringing Sasha and the baby back tonight, so I expect you to be ready for them. Make sure everything's in place.
What if I can't handle everything? What if I get overwhelmed?
That's not my problem. You should have thought about that before making any decisions. You can handle it. You just need to organize your time better.
Do you not realize how demanding this will be? Taking care of a newborn is a full-time job on its own.
Well, it looks like you'll have to manage. Just keep your focus on helping Sasha. This is a tough time for her, and we need to support her. I know it's a lot, but this is what family does, right? You're gonna have to step up. No excuses.
Seriously? You think it's fair to put all this on me just because she's family?
Yes, I do. Family comes first, and this is what we signed up for. You'll be fine once you get into the rhythm of things.
Ugh, fine. I'll do my best, but you really need to acknowledge how hard this will be.
Just make sure you're prepared. I want everything to be in order by the time we get back.
Hey, Grace, it's been a while. Sasha, it really has. Did Ben talk to you? Yes, he mentioned you'd be living with us. Oh, I see. I know he was talking about cohabitation, but I want to assure you that I don't plan to impose on you too much, so please don't worry about that. Wait, really? First, I need to explain my situation. Where should I start? How about you answer a question first? Sure, go ahead. So you just got divorced while dealing with a 2-month-old baby? Is it okay if I ask why? Well, during my pregnancy, my ex-husband cheated on me, and that led to everything. I see. That sounds really tough. Yeah, but I'm not too down about it right now. I need to stay strong for my daughter. Plus, I was the one who uncovered my ex-husband's infidelity, so I guess I've always been good at bouncing back quickly. Still, don't overdo it. Thank you. Also, I'm curious why the idea of cohabitation even came up. I feel like there's a fundamental misunderstanding between Ben and you. About that, it seems like Ben thinks I'm just a stay-at-home mom who's been abandoned and is now wandering aimlessly because I have no income. Oh, is that not the case? It's true that I was cheated on, but I'm currently on maternity leave. My daughter, I've named her May, will turn 1 in about 10 months, and once my leave is over, I'll be returning to work. I've already made arrangements to move into company housing at the time, and the company even has childcare facilities. So, on my first day back, May will be well taken care of. What I need from you is just support until I return to work. So that means about 10 months from now? Yes, that's right, though I feel like that's still quite a stretch. No, don't worry about it. It sounds like you truly can't rely on your family right now, and if you have a set time frame, I'm completely okay with you and May living with us. We can discuss and divide the responsibilities to make it work smoothly. Thank you, that really helps. Now, I'm wondering, why did Ben even bring up the idea of living together in the first place? Regarding that, should we talk about it without Ben around? Is it better to discuss it when he's not here? Yes, I have a hunch about it, but I think it might be a tough conversation for you. I have a feeling I know what you're about to say, but okay. It seems like the time has come for me to leave, so I'll take off for now. Yes, take care on your way home. Grace, are you still out shopping right now? Yes, but I'll be heading up to check out really soon here. I'm sorry, but could I ask you to grab one last thing for me? What's that? May only has 2 more diapers left because I kind of forgot to buy more last time. Understood. You want the same ones as last time, right? Yes, those will do. I'm sorry about this, Grace. I came with my car, so this won't be a problem for me at all. Thank you so much.
You seem to be enjoying living together after all, huh?
Oh, Ben?
I saw you buying diapers at the supermarket earlier today. It looks like you're taking good care of your sister and your niece, which is great to see.
And how about you?
What do you mean?
Since Sasha came to stay with us, you've been coming home later and later. Nowadays, it's not unusual for you to be out all night. Sometimes you might not even come home at all.
Wow, work got unexpectedly busy, so what do you want me to do? I have to cover the extra expenses now that we have more mouths to feed.
But Sasha is contributing enough money, isn't she?
Huh? Do you really think she has that kind of money right now? Come on, think a little before you try to argue with me. Besides, she should be grateful that we're even letting her stay here. What's with that?
Nothing, really.
You're not gonna start acting all moody on me, are you?
No, of course not.
Look, I'm just saying that it's not easy for anyone right now. We're all making sacrifices. You should appreciate what we're doing to help Sasha out during this tough time.
I know. I'm just saying that it feels like you're handling things a bit differently since she moved in.
What do you mean?
It's just that your routine has changed a lot. You used to come home at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, well, I have to adapt to the situation. Things aren't the same anymore.
I get that, I really do, but we need to keep communication open if we're going to make this work for all of us.
You're right. I'll try to be more mindful of that.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Grace, I have wonderful news. What is it? I'll be able to move into my new place next month. Wow, that took a lot less time than I thought it would. That's right. One of the employees is moving overseas for work and will be taking his whole entire family with him. And since that place will be opening up now, I can move into there. I see. Well, I suppose things like that can also happen. I know that I'm still off work for some time, but they said I can still live in that place. I'm ready to go whenever, so just let me know. Roger that. When I have a specific date picked out, I'll tell you right away. Nice. Things are about to get a lot more intense.
Hey, Grace, where the hell have you gone? You left behind the filled-out divorce papers. Do you even understand what you've done? You're living off me, and now you want a divorce? The one who should be worried about this situation is you. If you get what I'm saying, stop all this nonsense and come back home right now.
I get it. So it looks like we're definitely getting a divorce.
Huh?
I understand your point of view, and I'm saying there's really no other option but divorce now.
Are you serious?
By the way, why did it take you so long to contact me? Did you just realize the divorce papers were missing?
What? I noticed them right away and tried to get in touch.
We left the house 5 days ago, you know.
That long ago? Huh. We?
Of course, I'm talking about Sasha and May. When the company housing opened up, I timed my move to coincide with that opportunity.
What do you mean, company housing? She was a full-time housewife right until the divorce was about to happen. There's no way she could job hunt with a newborn, and you can't get into company housing if you're not working.
What are you talking about? Sasha is still an employee at the same company she worked for before she got married.
What are you saying? Wasn't it your high-income ex-husband's hope that she would quit her job?
She was pressured to quit and become a full-time housewife, but she never actually stopped working. While she was pregnant, she had severe morning sickness, which is why she took maternity leave early.
But she hasn't worked since the baby was born.
She just switched to parental leave right after giving birth, and she plans to return to work in a few months. She can still get into company housing while on leave, so when a room opened up, she moved over there.
Are you serious? But that doesn't justify you leaving.
Well, true, but it's not directly related. We just aligned our actions, that's all.
What do you mean by aligned our actions?
And by the way, you left a thick envelope next to the divorce papers, right? You haven't checked that yet.
I did notice there was an envelope, but,
That envelope should make it clear why I left and why I want a divorce.
What? When did you find out?
Is it safe to say you figured it out after seeing the contents of that envelope?
The report from the private investigator about the affair? You must have realized there was another woman in my life, so you decided to hire them, right? When did you notice? How long have you known?
I think it was about a month before Sasha came to stay with us.
Wait, what?
And by the way, Sasha knew about your infidelity, too.
What? How could she possibly know?
How do you think? Honestly, you really are quite oblivious to what's going on around you.
Oblivious? What are you talking about?
You forgot that Sasha and I graduated from the same high school? We were in different grades, but we were still there together.
Now that you mention it...
Your affair partner, Cassidy, is a classmate of Sasha's and also a junior in my club.
Wait, what?
She was the kind of girl who always stood out for the wrong reasons, so it was only a matter of time before news about her made its way to us.
No way!
Plus, the fact that you suddenly decided to let your divorced sister move in under the pretense of providing her with a place to stay was also quite suspicious. You basically manipulated me into helping with childcare, didn't you?
What?
By forcing me, who has never experienced childbirth, to handle an unfamiliar baby care, you were trying to create a life full of chaos, thereby diverting my attention away from you, giving you free rein to cheat without worrying. That must have been the silly thought that crossed your mind, right?
Wait, no, that can't be it!
Okay, sure, I haven't given birth yet, but you know my sister lives near our family home after getting married. When I was still a student and living at home, I often helped take care of my newborn nieces and nephews. I know that I can't compare to a real mom, but I do have some knowledge and experience when it comes to taking care of babies. Thanks to that, I was mentally strong enough to find out about your affair and hire a private investigator to look into it.
What? Are you serious?
Absolutely. I mean, while I'm not a professional, I do have some understanding of how to care for a child. I mean, I've changed diapers, given baths, and even fed them. It's not that I was completely clueless about motherhood, and knowing that gave me a sense of comfort and control when dealing with this shocking situation.
So you were already prepared to handle such a situation even before it arose?
In a way, yes. My sister's experiences and my time spent with my nieces and nephews allowed me to gain some insight. But what really mattered was that I cared enough to notice something was off in our relationship.
So you were always on the lookout for something suspicious?
Well, when your behavior changed and became more secretive, it definitely raised some red flags for me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong, and that led me to start to connect the dots.
I can't believe this! I thought I was being so careful!
Clearly, you underestimated both me and Sasha. You thought you could get away with it, but instead, you just exposed yourself to us.
I see now. I really messed up, didn't I?
Yes, you did, and now you have to deal with the consequences. This is not something I can easily forgive.
But we can still work through this, right? I mean, there's still a chance for us, isn't there?
You think it's that simple? After everything that's happened?
I want to try. I don't want to lose you.
It might be too late for that. You need to understand the weight of your actions and what they've done to our relationship.
I know, I messed up. Just please give me a chance to make things right.
Chance? I'll consider it, but it's going to take a lot of work on your part.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Let's see if you can actually follow through on that.
Hey, Sasha, what's the deal with you siding with my enemy?
Huh? What are you talking about, Ben? Just because we're family doesn't mean I'm going to support someone who cheated.
What? You've gone through a divorce because of infidelity yourself, and you ended up broke from paying alimony. After all that, you're gonna make your own brother suffer the same fate?
What are you saying? I'm the one who filed for alimony.
Wait, what?
The one who cheated was my ex-husband. He had an affair with a coworker while I was pregnant.
Wait, are you serious?
Did you think my divorce was because I cheated?
I thought that was the case.
Could you stop being so naive? Don't lump me in with that idiot who got caught cheating. I can't believe you would think that of me. Just so you know, I haven't even told you my current address as a precaution, considering the way you've been acting lately.
What do you mean, precaution? What are you afraid I'm gonna do?
I'm going to cut ties with you completely. That's my decision, and I don't feel the need to justify it to you.
Cut ties? Are you serious right now?
You really don't get it, do you? I'm not wasting my energy explaining the reasons to you. It's just too much of a hassle for me.
You think it's a hassle? What are you talking about? You're just gonna throw away our relationship like it means nothing?
You're such a loser. Honestly, I don't even want to think of you as my brother anymore. This message is where I say goodbye forever.
Sasha, wait!
Oh, by the way, one last thing. About my ex-husband's affair partner?
What's the point in telling me that now? You really think I care?
Well, you might find this interesting. It's actually Cassidy.
Huh? Cassidy? Are you serious? You've got to be kidding me.
And with that, I'm really saying goodbye.
What? You can't just drop something like that and leave.
Why not? It's not my problem anymore. I've had enough of this toxic situation, and I am finally taking control of my life. You should try it sometime.
Control of your life by cutting me off? That's your solution?
It's not just about you, Ben. This is about my mental health and well-being. I've been through enough without having to deal with your nonsense.
You think it's easy for me? I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Well, here's a hint. I am done trying to understand you. It's exhausting. I'm focusing on myself now.
So what? You just want to pretend I don't exist?
That's exactly what I'm doing. It's healthier for me. Ben was devastated when he found out that his sister's ex-husband had been two-timing her. Filled with anger and betrayal, he immediately stormed over to Cassidy's place, determined to confront her about her actions. He couldn't believe that someone he had trusted could stoop so low, especially after the pain his sister had already gone through. When Ben arrived at Cassidy's home, he was shocked to find her in a compromising position with another man. The sight of them together was like a punch to the gut. Not only was Cassidy cheating on his sister, but she was also flaunting it right in front of him. He felt his blood boil as he realized just how deeply she had betrayed not only his sister, but him as well. In a fit of rage, Ben confronted them. The confrontation escalated quickly, and before he knew it, things were spiraling out of control. Words turned into shouts, and shouts turned into a physical altercation. The neighbors heard the commotion and called the police. Within minutes, sirens blared and officers arrived on the scene to break up the chaos. Fortunately, the police managed to handle the situation without anyone getting seriously hurt. Ben received a stern warning about disturbing the peace, while Cassidy, feeling the heat of the situation, realized she was in over her head. The fact that her affairs had now turned into a police matter was a wake-up call for her. The reality of her actions hit hard, and she quickly began to feel the repercussions. Feeling threatened and scared, especially with her infidelity exposed, Cassidy decided to cut her losses. She faced the prospect of having to pay alimony in compensation to her former husband, which weighed heavily on her. To escape the mess she had created, Cassidy took out loans and borrowed money, ultimately fleeing her hometown. She left in a hurry, looking for a fresh start while leaving behind the wreckage of her life and the relationships she had broken. Now living in a bustling city, Cassidy found herself entangled in dubious work just to keep up her debt. It was said that she was working at a shady establishment, and although she managed to make ends meet, the pressure of her financial situation was constantly looming over her. The glamorous city life wasn't what it seemed, and she realized that escaping her past didn't mean her problems had disappeared. Instead, they had followed her like a shadow, and each day was a struggle to repay her debts while managing her new, precarious lifestyle. Back in his hometown, Ben's situation was equally dire. News of the debacle had spread like wildfire, and soon everyone at his workplace was gossiping about the incident. Whispers echoed in the hallways, and Ben could feel the eyes on him as he walked into the office. The embarrassment weighed heavily on him, and he found it difficult to focus on his work amidst the judgment from his colleagues. To make matters worse, his family had decided to sever ties with him. After witnessing the fallout from the drama, they held him accountable, believing he should have intervened in a more constructive manner. They felt he had made a scene rather than resolving things discreetly. As a result, Ben was ostracized, and the support he once relied on was stripped away. The sense of isolation crept in, and he felt lost without the guidance of his family. With his savings dwindling and his self-esteem at an all-time low, Ben took drastic measures to settle his debts. He used his meager savings to pay off his part of the alimony to Sasha, hoping to rid himself of any further obligations that tied him to the past. He was willing to sacrifice his financial stability to create a clean break, desperate to start anew. But the weight of his choices bore down on him, making it difficult to see a way forward. As time went on, rumors continued to swirl about Ben. Sightings of him in a dubious establishment in the city emerged, suggesting that he had turned to a life he had previously shunned. But those stories were largely exaggerated. The truth was that he had no choice but to adapt to his new circumstances, struggling to find a foothold in a rapidly changing world. The once promising future he had envisioned for himself now felt distant and unattainable. Although the divorce between Ben and Sasha was finalized, the emotional scars remained. He didn't have the luxury of forgetting everything that had transpired. He had lost not only his sister's trust, but also the connection he had with his family. Ben felt the weight of his actions and inactions pressing down on him, shaping a future he never wanted. In the end, he found himself at a crossroads. While he had attempted to make amends with his past and set new goals for himself, the shadow of his previous relationships loomed large. He was unsure of how to rebuild his life or where to begin. And then, one faithful day, Ben spotted Cassidy slipping into a shady establishment in the city. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. She was still in the same downward spiral, and he had somehow become intertwined in this chaos. But he knew that he had moved on from that life. He no longer had to be dragged back to the turmoil of betrayal and heartbreak. He had survived the storm, and while the scars may remain, he was determined to keep moving forward. As he watched Cassidy disappear into the establishment, he felt a mix of emotions: anger, pity, and a strange sense of closure. His divorce had been painful, but he was finally free of the chaos. He had learned valuable lessons about love, trust, and the importance of choosing the right people to have in his life. With that knowledge, he was ready to embrace whatever came next. In retrospect, Ben understood that his life was no longer defined by the mistakes of his past, but by how he chose to navigate the future. With the resolve to build and start fresh, he took a deep breath and stepped away from the shadows of his former life, ready to face a new dawn.
I'm taking that high-rise condo and your elite husband who makes $130,000 a month. You annoying old hag. Disappear.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me.
Who exactly is this?
His girlfriend, duh.
My husband's girlfriend? Wait, and what's this about a condo?
Yeah, that fancy high-rise condo you just bought, huh? Starting today, it's gonna be my sweet home with him.
I'm completely lost. What on earth are you talking about?
Come on, don't you recognize me yet?
Sorry, I don't think I do.
Do I really have to say it? I'm Danny. We went to middle school together.
Wait, Danny? Hold on, let me think.
Wow, I even introduced myself and you still don't remember?
Oh, yeah, now I think I remember. You were always bragging about being the tallest girl in class, right?
Yes, exactly. I was tall, model-like, super mature, and of course, stunningly gorgeous. Yep, that was me.
You did have that whole thing going on. But honestly, I've completely forgotten what your face even looks like.
Excuse me?
And now you, the tall girl from back then, are telling me you're my husband's girlfriend?
Oh yeah, Chris is head over heels for me.
Wait, Chris?
Yep, he's totally ready to divorce you soon. So I packed up my stuff and came over to the high-rise, and guess what? I could just waltz right in. So from today, this place is officially mine.
Chris?
Yeah, your husband, Chris.
My husband's name is Chris, with a C.
Wait, what?
Chris is my husband's older brother.
Huh? Wait, what?
Yeah, Chris is my brother-in-law, not my husband.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, and just out of curiosity, which high-rise are you in right now? What's the room number?
Tower A, 3803.
Oh, right. That's where Chris lives.
Wait, so the place is right?
Well, yeah, you've got the right high-rise and room, I guess.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Sure.
Man, I swear, sometimes you really can't trust the info you pick up at these reunions. I mean, it's been pretty unreliable lately.
Reunion? You mean the one from 3 months ago that I didn't attend?
Yeah, one of your friends at their union said Ashley is going to marry the future CEO, and his salary is guaranteed to be $13,000 a month.
I think I understand now.
But you know what? It's fine. I mean, sure, mistaking you for Chris's wife is a bit of a blunder. But hey, I got into the high-rise suite, so that's a win for me. See ya!
Good evening, Maddie. Do you have a moment? Yes, Ashley? What's going on? So that woman who claims to be Chris's girlfriend just messaged me about her plan to take over the high-rise condo. What? Are you serious? Yeah, but since you'd already told me about the situation beforehand, I wasn't too surprised. How did that even happen? Well, when she introduced herself, it jogged my memory. It turns out she was one of my classmates in middle school. Back in the second year, we were in the same class. Wait, seriously? Yeah, we weren't particularly close or anything, but I guess she somehow found my number from a group chat from a reunion I had to miss. I'm guessing she got the number from there. But why would she even reach out to you in the first place? Apparently, she mistook me for Chris's wife. What? How on earth did she mix that up? So here's the thing. Danny's lifelong dream has always been to become a CEO's wife. Even though we weren't close, it was something she talked about all the time, to the point where even I knew about it. She used to say things like, with my model-like figure and good looks, landing a CEO will be a piece of cake. She bragged about it every single day. But Chris isn't a CEO, and it's already decided that Chris, the younger brother, will take over as the next CEO. Right, this is just a guess on my part, but I think Danny has it stuck in her head that the eldest son always becomes the next CEO. That's probably why she thinks Chris is going to inherit the company. Oh, makes sense. That's been the tradition, right? Every generation, the eldest son inherits the company, ever since your great-grandfather founded it. Exactly, so she probably assumed it would automatically apply in the next generation as well. On top of that, a friend of mine who attended the reunion casually mentioned that I married the future CEO, and I guess that's where Danny picked up on it. I see. So, a mix of her assumptions and some half-baked information led her to think you were Chris's wife. Yep, I went ahead and corrected that part, though. I didn't want that misunderstanding to interfere with anything going forward. Good call. Thanks for that. What about the whole mix-up regarding the next CEO? Did that come up at all? Actually, it didn't. She didn't bring it up during our conversation, so I didn't address it. Got it. Sounds good. By the way, where are you right now? I'm guessing you must have left the high-rise if Danny's there trying to take it over, right? Yeah, I'm staying at a cheap hotel near the station. Isn't that inconvenient for you? Well, not really. I'm planning for this to be a short-term situation anyway. It felt like too much of a hassle to rent a weekly apartment in the middle of all this. Honestly, I'm having a pretty good time here, so don't worry about me. Well, as long as you're okay with it. Besides, we're actually in the final phase of our plan now. The moment that woman decided she was going to hunker down and take over room 3803 in Tower A, she sealed her own fate. Tomorrow morning, it's all coming to a head. Oh, nothing beats the morning view from the high floor of a luxury tower apartment. It'd be perfect if only Chris weren't away on his overseas business trip. Huh? Wait, do you not know? Chris isn't on a business trip, he's on an overseas assignment. What? Overseas assignment? You mean he's not coming back for a while? Well, he might return for holidays or for work, but as far as I've heard from his wife, it's probably going to be permanent. What? His wife? Why is his wife involved in him moving overseas permanently? Well, they're married, after all. Chris is going to marry me. That's the whole point. We're supposed to be finalizing his divorce right now. So if anyone's going to live abroad with him, it should be me, his future wife. And hold on a second. What about this tower apartment he just bought? Isn't it a waste of money if he's planning to move overseas permanently? I think you should probably ask Chris's real wife about that. What? You haven't met her yet, have you? And it sounds like you don't even know her name. I don't need to know her name. Well, I think you'll have no choice but to confront her soon, so maybe you should start preparing yourself mentally for that. What? Danny, you remember me, right? Huh? Your half-sister, Maddie. What? Maddie? It's been about 10 years, hasn't it? Ever since you tried to take my last home by stealing my husband but failed, and then vanished without a trace. What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? You barged into my home, acting all triumphant, telling me to get out like you had won. I still remember what I said back then to you. All right, I'll leave. But just so you know, this house is under my name. And let's not forget when I added, by the way, my husband only makes $1,300 a month. Good luck with that. I can still picture that stunned look on your face, like a pigeon hit with a bean gun. I haven't forgotten that moment. It was priceless. Ugh, I mean, who would have guessed that guy was a part-timer with such a low income? Or that the house was actually under your name? And here you are, 10 years later, pulling the same stunt. Haven't learned a thing, have you? What? What are you even talking about? Didn't you catch on when Ashley messaged you earlier? Why would I care? What are you getting at? I'm Chris's wife. What? After I divorced my ex-husband, I met Chris. We got married.
What? That is so unfair. You need to divorce him right now. Let Chris go.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this time you didn't steal anything. You're just stalking him.
Huh?
All those times you thought you were meeting him after work, you were just stalking him. And that 3803 apartment you're sitting in right now, you broke in with the key you stole from Chris's bag. It's called trespassing, and now you're squatting illegally.
What are you talking about? Chris left his bag open so I could easily grab the key. He was doing me a favor.
No, he just forgot to zip his bag properly. And most people, when they see an open bag, don't just take things from it. That's called stealing.
Whatever. Either way, this apartment is mine now. Chris's stuff belongs to me since I'm going to be his future wife after all. Weren't you listening? He's going to divorce you.
I hate to break it to you, but that 3803 apartment you're sitting in, I bought that.
What?
I'm a real estate investor. That apartment was an investment property. But then Chris's overseas assignment came up, and with the lease on our old place expiring, we decided to stay there temporarily for the last 6 months before his departure.
Are you serious?
Yep, and now that Chris is away, I'm planning to put it on the market for rent. So do me a favor, pack up your stuff and get out.
You've got to be kidding me. Ashley, I heard that your husband is going to be the next president of the company. Is that true? You have